Is Mama June getting Anna's daughter custody? Going to separate her girls? Mama June fans recently got to know about Anna Chickadee Cardwell's death after her long and painful cancer battle. She died at the age of 29 and left two young daughters behind her. This made the viewers wonder what her kids' fate would be and how Shannon's family would deal with them. Recently, some sources confirmed that Shannon would be the one taking custody of one of Anna's daughters. This was a shock for the entire fan base, as they couldn't believe how she could even think of separating these two little siblings. Mama June. Is Shannon getting Anna's daughter's custody? Anna secretly tied the knot with her long-term partner, Eldridge Toney. She did this after her cancer diagnosis and fulfilled her dream of marrying. However, the Mama June celeb didn't have any child with her husband, while her two daughters were from her previous relationships. After Anna's death, her daughter's future became a question mark. Fans wondered who would get the custody and how Shannon's family would carry on with the family. Recently, some reports claimed that Anna's 8-year-old daughter, Kylie, has moved back to her biological father, Michael, whom Anna divorced before announcing her relationship with Toney. As per TMZ, Kylie moving in with her father was pre-planned even before Anna's death. On the other hand, the latter's 11-year-old daughter, Caitlin, is currently living with Mama June these days. The noted source revealed that she has a great relationship with her grandmother, and moving in with her was the best option for her. Not only this, but Shannon is also planning to apply for custody of Caitlin legally as well. Amid all this, some reports stated that Toney also shares a great bond with the girls and would continue to be a part of their lives. Even Kylie and Caitlin's relationship with each other is also strong. So despite being separated, they would keep meeting each other. Mama June. Why fans think Shannon shouldn't get Caitlin's custody? Fans never considered Mama June to be a great mother. Her kid's childhood was ruined because of her addictions and a long list of boyfriends. Hence, even her own children slammed her for not fulfilling her motherly duties towards them. That is why, for years, the matriarch didn't have a decent relationship with her own daughters. It was at the time of Shannon and Justin's second wedding when her girls decided to show up. They reconciled and started to become a part of each other's life again. Keeping in mind Shannon's history, fans aren't sure that giving her Caitlin's custody would be a great option for the family. Apparently, Shannon's couldn't even handle her own daughter, Honey Boo Boo. She ended up losing her custody, and it was Pumpkin who raised the latter. After all this, viewers are skeptical about whether June would be able to raise an 11-year-old girl or not. However, as per the current scenario, Shannon is no longer an addict and has been clean for years. She has mended fences and is trying her best to be as involved as possible in her girls' lives. So there is a fair chance that the matriarch would do a great job in raising Caitlin and perhaps would take this responsibility as a redemption for her past mistakes. Keep coming back to TV season and spoilers for more details. The tragic death of Anna Chickadee Cardwell has left behind a family struggling with grief and two young girls suddenly without their mother. In the wake of Anna's passing, questions have begun to swirl like a Georgia storm about the future of her daughters, Caitlin and Kylie. Who will care for them? Will they stay together? And is Mama June Shannon, controversial matriarch of the Shannon clan, truly stepping in to raise them? At the center of the storm is a heart-wrenching family dilemma, honoring Anna's wishes while navigating long-standing fractures and personal struggles. And now, reports suggest that custody plans may involve separating Caitlin and Kylie, an idea that's sparking deep concern both within the family and among fans. Is Mama June really trying to take custody of only one granddaughter? And if so, what would that mean for the tight sibling bond Anna worked so hard to protect? The custody chaos unfolds. Before her death, Anna was very intentional about planning for her daughters' futures. Those close to her say she wanted the girls to be raised together, surrounded by love, and close to their extended family. But as grief settles into the Shannon household, conflicting priorities and complicated relationships have made that vision far from simple. Caitlin, Anna's oldest daughter, has always been fiercely independent, just like her mother. Raised primarily by Anna herself, with little involvement from her biological father, Caitlin was described as being deeply attached to her mom. yet comfortable around other relatives like Aunt Lauren Pumpkin Effard and even her grandmother, Mama June, in recent. Kylie, the younger of the two, has a more complex situation. Her biological father, Michael, had been co-parenting with Anna and was present during her final days. Sources close to the family reveal that Michael has already expressed his intention to retain full custody of Kylie, and legally he may have a solid claim. This is where things get even murkier. Mama June's role under scrutiny. Despite a history of strained relationships, Mama June was at Anna's side during her final days, and she's since made it clear she wants to honor Anna's memory by supporting her daughters. That much is not up for debate. What is being debated is how she plans to do it, and why whispers are spreading about her attempting to gain custody of only Caitlin. Insiders allege that June has already initiated early legal consultations regarding custody of Caitlin, but has remained hands-off when it comes to Kylie, citing the involvement of the biological father. While that might seem practical to some, it has raised eyebrows, especially among extended family members who argue that separating the girls would go against Anna's final wishes. Rumors have also begun to circulate that June has privately expressed hesitation about caring for both girls full-time. Some point to her recent struggles, including ongoing health concerns and emotional burnout following Anna's death, as reasons she may not be ready to take on full guardianship of two grieving children. Others claim it's about control. Mama June wants Caitlin close, but Kylie's presence would complicate the dynamic, especially if her father remains in the picture. The family is divided. Unsurprisingly, the rest of the Shannon family isn't on the same page. Lauren Pumpkin Effard has reportedly made it clear she would take both girls in if needed, and she has the experience to back it up. As a mother of 5 and the current guardian of her younger sister Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson, Pumpkin has been a stabilizing force in the family in recent years. She's allegedly pushing back on the idea of separating the girls, advocating for keeping them together in a home filled with cousins and consistent love. It's what Anna would have wanted, one family friend reportedly shared. Pumpkin's stepping up because she knows what that kind of trauma can do. Jessica Chubbs Shannon, typically more private, is said to be quietly siding with Pumpkin. Though she's not seeking custody herself, she's urging the family to work together to avoid the drama that once tore them apart. Meanwhile, Honey Boo Boo, who's now nearing adulthood and preparing for life beyond the spotlight, has voiced concern for her niece's well-being. Those close to Alana say she's heartbroken at the thought of Caitlin and Kylie growing up apart, especially after losing their mother. And then there's Michael, Kylie's father, who's remaining relatively silent publicly, but is reportedly gearing up for a legal battle if necessary. His concern, according to sources, is ensuring Kylie has stability, even if that means separating her from her sister, a painful possibility. The idea of splitting the sisters is causing deep emotional distress. Anna had been vocal with loved ones in her final days about wanting Caitlin and Kylie to grow up together. They were each other's comfort during their mother's illness, and they clung to one another like lifelines through every hospital visit and tearful night. They were Anna's whole world, one friend shared. She didn't want them to lose each other. But the law is complicated. If Kylie's father pushes for full custody, and if Caitlin's paternity remains legally uncertain or unresolved, as has been the speculation for years, it could create a scenario where two different households become inevitable. Mama June has neither confirmed nor denied any formal custody efforts, but she has been seen with Caitlin on several occasions since Anna's passing, often photographed holding her hand or attending quiet family events together. The closeness is evident. Whether that bond translates into legal guardianship, however, remains uncertain and controversial. What's driving Mama June? Critics argue that June's push for custody of only Caitlin is selfish, that she's repeating old patterns of selective parenting and emotional favoritism. But others paint a more sympathetic picture. A mother trying to fulfill a dying wish while wrestling with grief, regret, and real-world limitations. Those in her inner circle say June is doing the best she can. Emotionally depleted from the last year, she's juggling the demands of her own health and the responsibilities of supporting a grieving family. The idea of taking in both girls might be overwhelming for her, especially given her track record. Still, even those who sympathize are urging caution. This isn't about comfort, a family confidant reportedly said. It's about doing what's right for those girls. Separating them can't be the solution.